Hi, Tom here with the Potato Museum Show. In the early 80s, I was hired by Frito-Lay to do a nationwide media tour. And here are some of the headlines that came out of it. They were concerned at the time that Pringles, which is made from dehydrated potatoes, they were concerned, the Lay's potato chip people were concerned that it was cutting into their business, and so they hired me to go around the country doing school visits and talking on TV and radio and stuff like that about the goodness of the potato and how potato chips like Lay's makes are made from fresh potatoes. So I got to visit corporate headquarters, hang out with the CEOs and all that, and got some memorabilia. Most of my Lay's memorabilia is in storage. Here's a couple of cufflinks. Here's a root book. Of course, the big tin. And so the tour was arranged for me by Burson-Marsteller, a very reputable public relations firm. And the objectives here was to do just what I was saying, to refute the myth that potatoes and potato chips are high calories and junk food, provide educational information. So they did a 2-city tour. I actually did 2 nationwide tours, and we had an activity sheet that they made, which we handed out to teachers, and it was considered a very successful program. And let's see what we got here. This is a booklet that they did that summarized for the client, Frito-Lay, what happened. So look at all these. I supposedly reached almost 3.5 million people, 4,000 elementary school children. Some of them were upwards to 600 kids at a time. I did boys and girls clubs, and so the tour was successful. Through 61 interviews, it accomplished its objectives. Potential audience reach for the 5 weeks of the first tour was almost 4 million people, with potential for much more, and so forth. In evaluating Hughes as a spokesman, it is evident from the electronic and print clips that he does deliver the message, does command attention, is interesting, is credible, is knowledgeable, full of information, has good rapport with people of all ages. Overall, is successful, meeting all the objectives. And this one, for instance, at Sun Up San Diego, audience 27,000 people. I got to mention Lay's a couple of times sponsoring the trip, and because the audience response to Hughes was so overwhelmingly positive, both the live audience and through telephone calls to the station, Sun Up producers invited Hughes to return for a second interview the following day. Here's a couple of just some of the brief. Wait a minute. Let's see.
Hughes.
I was treated as a celebrity. What can I say?
This is the world's #1 expert on potatoes.
The curator and founder is right here.
The world's only potato museum. I don't know.
It was a big success.